My dear students, it is 2 o'clock now, 1:59. Only 6 students have joined. I will start the class once enough students join. Last class, around 80 students were there. So let me wait for 5 minutes. I am very much available here. So I'll begin the class after 5 minutes. There is some problem with regard to sharing. I'm not able to share. Screen is coming like this. Last class there was no problem, but without sharing, it is not possible to take classes. No, it is 2, 3, only 60 students have come. Anybody can help me why the sharing is not taking place? I am trying to share. Last class I could do it well. Now entire screen sharing is not taking place.
So can you try sharing window instead of screen? I'm not sure.
How that is possible? Now I'm getting you students, about 21 students are available. I wanted to share the screen because without that it's not possible to explain things to you. Now, okay, and a window, let me see. I'm trying to share the window now. Now also the same effect. Hope you can listen to me now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But when I'm trying to, okay, now 23 students have come. Usually screen sharing is done like this, entire screen. Can you see the concerns in teaching development psychology screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes.
then there is no issue. I will do it. Okay. So last class, few students said there was some issue with regard to, because so many students would have come a little late. They said that the introduction they couldn't get. So I'm just telling the introduction was nothing but I gave the introduction in detail in last class. No problem. Now I can do it. Okay. Just listen to me. The issue I was explaining in the last class. I think you can see very well my screen. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Now, no, due to some reasons, I think the students have not come. Those many students appreciated everything in the last class, previous class. So last Friday I could not take class. So this time the regional center, I mean, study center informed me that some students did not get the introduction part. Maybe students have come late, and of course, it was not audible for 2 3 minutes only. After that, I repeated everything. Still, I'm telling why the concerns in developmental psychology is that one is qualitative, one other is quantitative. Please try to understand. One is qualitative, the other is quantitative. Quantitative means 0 to 1.5, 1.5 to 3, 3 to 6, like this, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 to 45, till death. That is something that you can measure. That is at what age, what shall be the height, weight, etc., etc., etc. But with regard to the qualitative, that means the researchers made in this. What shall be the cognitive development in a person, social development in a person, etc., etc. So There are many terms. Don't get confused about it. Don't get stressed also. For example, childhood egocentrism. So when Piaget is mentioning about this in detail in your book, he says from 2 to 7 there is childhood egocentrism. But the childhood egocentrism means when you are taking a small child to a mall, or sorry, a mall or a supermarket or a theater. The 2-year child might think that that belongs to him. That is childhood egocentrism, not realistic. It may continue usually till 7 years. By 7 years, we have to correct it. But even after 11 years, it is not getting corrected. There will be some social skill development problem. Likewise, so it should be considered holistically. Once you complete all the portions, for example, maybe students are employed, something else. Many students appreciated the classes were good, but the second class today, only 25 students have come. So it would be very difficult for you to link unless or else you attend all the classes. Okay, anyhow, it is my duty to take the class. I am continuing with the class. So that is the introductory part. So many things are mentioned here that are okay. Sometime Igno will share everything, or with the permission of Igno, I will be able to share the slides to you and clear your doubts. That is the only way. So let me go to the next class, today's class. So this theory, a development theory, I mean this learning theory, because we are going to consider the learning theory, because there is two types of learning. One is academic learning and other is social learning. So what happens with this study is that they develop whatever learning, whether it is social or cognitive, academic. All these are based on certain theory and principle. Ivan Pavlovian theory, I discussed in detail in the last class. Though you have to study this in MPC 3, I in detail, taking half an hour, I taught you this. So now there's no meaning in discussing this again. But based on that learning theory, I'm trying to link the practical way of learning this developmental theory when it comes to a, an academics of the students from first standard to 12th standard and upon, from then onwards, everything is based on learning. So how I'm going to do a practical portion based on the previous theory. I taught you in the last class, I taught you in detail how learning takes place. And based on that, language development in MPC 2 and learning theory. So language development is a big portion in your MPC 2. Those who attended my last class will be easy for them to understand. Otherwise, also I'll try to help you. Please believe me, the problem of learning with regard to the children and why few children are not able to follow the academics. So you would have learned that learning disability. Though we call it as learning disability, it is not 100% learning disability. That means a child will be able to learn things without any problem, provided the teacher is equipped. Teacher is equipped to modulate the teaching methodology suitable to the child. That is the most important thing. So the practical way of covering this particular portion in MPC 2, learning theory is there. So when you are studying about the learning theory, observation skills, many things are there. We discussed two theories last day. One is Pavlovian theory, other is Skinnerian theory. So there are other observational theories are there. All these are linked in MPC 2. So take a child. So I'm linking the theory. I'm come to the practical part of this. So in distance education, that too in online. We have certain limitations that I cannot write in the board and show you. I cannot come the students to come to near to the board and write all this. So you believe me, the basics, that is the letters, consistency versus differentiation. What is this consistency versus differentiation? Exactly, you may not be seeing these words in your text, but you should understand it's a practical way of making a child understand the language. For example, you write, take the case of any language, the same principle, but in English, since all the paper now is English medium everywhere, CBSC, ICSC, so naturally students face a problem, that is especially the teachers, or when you start practicing, parents would come and tell that the child is not able to read and write, what to do. So the learning is not taking place, learning is not taking place. So after listening to this, some teachers may comment how it is useful, then only the group can understand. So uh, you can interact in this class, then only we can understand. I'm not telling that all the students have to interact, at least some teachers or some people student some faculties who are practicing in it or teaching job, uh, you can help. So let us see consistency versus differentiation. I'm just asking you, what is the sound of E? Letter E, A, B, C, D, E. What is the letter sound of letter E? Anybody, any teacher. So it will be easy to, and you can make this class very live. Any teacher in the class?
Uh,
A, correct, A. But the problem is that when you are teaching a child right from LKG and assume that the child has come to the first standard, you do not know whether the child has got any problem in learning. I mean, the learning principle we are taking to academics. So what happens? A child learns A, B, C, D, E to Z. So child learned E letter sound as E only, the beginning. At the beginning, child learned it as not A. A student now told me the sound is A. But the child is learning in fact as E. So naturally, PEN, the child might pronounce it as pin, not pen. Usually, a child who do not have any problem will understand or is able to differentiate where E is to be pronounced as A and where E is to be pronounced as E. I'll tell you an example. When you say P and pen, it is A. Efficient, all these coming as E. But when there's a word called EMOTION, how do you pronounce it as? How do you pronounce? EMO,
Emotion.
emotion. Now there's a clear differentiation between differentiation in the use of E. Most of the time, it is used as A, as the other one student said. It is pronounced as A. But seldom or at times, the child or child, not the child, we have to pronounce it as E or even E. So it comes to when single letter comes. Likewise, ink, INK, ink. E is the usual, that is consistent sound. Usual sound, we call it as consistent sound. If I do not take all this in detail, this particular portion, learning problem, learning disability, one portion is there in your syllabus. You will not be able to catch. That's why I'm giving the example, practical. portion in TL. So ink, you see, E is the usual, but ivory, icon, identity, I is coming. Mostly it is called I is E, ink, all this. But I also comes. So when that is coming in seldom, you have to make a clear picture to the parents and to the student. There is consistency and differentiation. Consistency means E is A. I means consistency is E. But I also comes. Did you get the idea? Any doubt? I will clear. Okay. I will expand it. For example, EA. Letters are coming. EA. EA can be ya. Sound can be ya. For example, near, tear, all this ya is coming. But when it comes to teacher, 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 E sound comes. E sound comes. When it is coming to feather, Feather, A sound is coming, feather. So when so two sounds have come, now two letters have come. One, we first worked with A to Z, an example E and I is discussed. I cannot discuss all. Only not all letters have got this consistency and differentiation. Only few letters have got consistency and differentiation. That you have to practice. You write A to Z, and when you teach the child, you please try to understand where all the differentiation consistency are necessary. So when two letters are coming, Ya is there, tear, fear, all these are coming. But when it is coming to feather, A means A letter, A sound. So when it is coming to teacher, E sound is coming. Now, please try to understand, learning issue in a child is not a big problem. Few children will be able to differentiate where it is necessary. The child will be most of the children will be able to appropriately use the consistent sound as well as the differentiation sound. Some children are not able to do. So you can tell the parents, you can train the parents and train the child. Monet, there is nothing wrong, my dear child. There is nothing wrong. But you have to pronounce in this way. You have to motivate the child. And by end of this portion, you will come to know it is very easy if it is identified at least in the first standard itself. Because in first standard, a child may require only 50 words. All this we are going to cover. It's a very slow work today because very practical work I'm doing. I'm sad that most of the students didn't enter today. It's a very, very important thing. I don't know how they are going to get this knowledge otherwise. And next comes vowels. Can any of the students say, I know that all of you know, but let it be very elaborate learning of vowels, consonants, etc. Because without knowing all these things, you will be leading the child into a wrong path. So let us see. I'm just asking you. I know you know it, but I'm just asking you, what do you mean by a vowel? Please tell somebody. What are the vowels? You have to interact, then the class will be wild. Okay, I'm just asking, who taught you A, E, I, O, U are vowels? Your teachers. Okay, your teachers. Now tell me, for what purpose? What was the purpose of teaching you A, E, I, O, U are vowels? Can you tell me what was the purpose of teaching you A, E, I, O, U as vowels?
We have to differentiate it from consonants.
And what was the use? I understand. Out of 26, 5 are vowels, 8 are vowels, rest are consonants. But what was the purpose?
When we use articles, we have to make it.
Not all the articles. A and or the are the articles.
Yeah,
A and comes. You have to differentiate and decide whether it is to be an is to be used or a is to be used. Am I right?
correct, sir.
Correct. Okay. Then tell me, how come HOUR, when HOUR our is coming, prefixing an article, whether it will be a or an?
And
Why?
It's about the pronunciation. It's about the sound.
Which sound?
a,
Ah,
It is silent.
okay. That is another mistake, my dear friend. I think Srija, no? See, that is another mistake we commit to the students. See, we are talking about learning of not usually the children will pick up. But when at least 10 students in the class are not picking up in the or 5 students are not able to pick up, you should understand what is the mistake that is being taught to the child. One student, I think it's Srija, said, H is silent. Okay, I agree for the time being. I agree for the time being. H is silent. So, our R sound is used. Sorry, A, E, I, O, U, O is used. When A, E, I, O, U comes, you have to put an. Agree. So, I agree with you for the time being. A, E, I, O, U, O has come here in our, H is silent, so an is used. Agree. Now, I'm telling another word. X dash ray. X dash ray. X-ray. Which article you will prefix a or an for X-ray?
A. And
See this, my dear friend, you have to appreciate yourself for having joined the course in IGNO. I am telling you, sir, now the postgraduate students themselves are little confused. Some students said it is A, another student said an. Don't worry, we have come for learning the specific things. Other things you can simply read and understand. Last class also I was taking the pain in that way only. Things that you can simply read and understand. Why should I teach you? The complications in learning is the topic. Now, no doubt it is also an, not a. Why?
It is. It's pronounced as EKS, not X. So we are using an
E,
EKS X.
not exactly. We will clear. Don't worry. And can anybody tell a word which do not have A, E, I, O, U letters? There are many. Try, cry, fry, why, etc. But can you tell a full word that is that does not have A, E, I, O, U letters? Okay. To save the time, I'm telling RHYTHM. RHYTHM rhythm. So you write in mind rhythm, ra, dropping off valli, ra, ri, dha, in Malayalam. Okay. So RHYTHM rhythm. Where in this you cannot see A, E, I, O, U. Now, let me tell you why A, E, I, O, U are vowels. My question is very clear. You studied or you have been taught in the class that article a or an is to be prefixed based on A, E, I, O, U. Though few students said it's based on sound, none of you are clear about which are the sounds. Let us discuss. So, vowels, why A, E, I, O, U are treated as vowels? That is the reason. That's what I'm asking. You just pronounce without making sound by yourself, clearly by stopping one by one. Like I'm telling now, you please try to do that there without making sound. A, E, I, O, U. In this A, E, I, O, U, you would have noticed that the lips are not touched at all. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, lips are not touched. That is the reason these are vowels. That's the air is passing out. So if you say you have to continue your studies in many other subjects, then only this learning issues of the children can be resolved. So if you take up an MA English and all that, there's phonetics. One portion is there, one paper itself is there, phonetics, where you will come to know that 26 letters are separated, divided into 8 categories. One of the categories is vowels. 8 category. So this two differentiations there, vowels and consonants. Again, the 26 is again different, divided into 8 parts. Don't worry about all this. So this vowel A, E, I, O, U is has become vowels because the lips are not touching. Take any other letter B, lips are touching. Is said your tongue and teeth are touched. Likewise, if you take any other letter other than A, E, I, O, U, some of the portions of your mouth, the tongue, and teeth are touched. You can practice, no problem. Now, due to time limitations, let me explain to you. Vowels, as you said, these are sounds, but which are the sounds? You are not clear. So, if you have got a pen there, you write down. I am telling you in Malayalam or in any language a sound, not Malayalam, in sound. A, letter A, Malayalam A, or the Devanagari Lipi. A, A, comma, A, comma, likewise. A, E, A, sound A, then you say that the moon shape indication. A, E, O, U, E, O, U, I, 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 Devanagari Lipi, I. E, O, U, I. What is for example, OVEN? It is not oven, it is oven. Are you clear? What is the importance of So, E, O, U, I are actually the vowels. Okay. Now you tell the 3 words we worked. One is our. Now you see the first vowel sound I told you, not A, I, O, U. A, I, O, U, I told you why it's vowel, because air is passing out. That is why it is vowel. Not for, that is, A, I, O, U is not for deciding whether an is to be chosen or A is to be chosen. Wow, these sounds you told me. So these are based on sounds you also said, but you are not clear about the sound. Sounds are this: A, E, O, U, I. There are few more that you forget. These are enough. Now you can decide why. Not that one like Sija or somebody said. See, you can take every freedom in the class. There is no such issue. Somebody doesn't know. So that is we have come for learning. What is wrong in it? But you should appreciate that when a PG student is not able to differentiate whether A is to be decided or an is to be decided, then how can you blame a child? So please try to understand. If you take this decision, that is A, E, O, U, I are the vowels, it is very easy to decide. Our A sound has come in the beginning. So an is used. Next, A, E. A sound has come, that is why an is chosen. Then you take the case of rhythm, the beginning is R, I agree. My question was different. My question was, is there any word which do not have A, E, I, O, U? In rhythm, RHY, THM, there is no vowel letter A, E, I, O, U. But vowel is there. What was our third vowel sound? Third vowel sound, tell me. According to me, I told, not according to me, the established phonetics. What was the third sound?
E.
E. A, A, E, A, E, O. Third is E. So, are you clear? E. Now you write rhythm. R plus E is the rhythm. If rhythm, E comes. E is there inside. You are not seeing. That is what. See, now the question is very simple to decide whether you tell there without making sound whether there is a E, I, O, U or not, whether there is a E, I, O, U or not. To decide on which article is to be prefixed, a or an, you have to consider only the sounds a, E, O, U, I. Then 100% you can take a decision whether a or an is to be to be chosen. For example, university. They might come. Otherwise, university, yeah, is a sound. So it is not an university, it is a university. Utensil. It is not a utensil. It is not an utensil, it is a utensil. I'll tell you one simple sentence. There is a one-eyed. There is dash one-eyed beggar. There is dash one-eyed beggar is standing in front of the shop. Here there is dash one-eyed. In that dash, according to the knowledge that you received, which you will be prefixing a or an?
A.
A.
Why? O is there, but the sound is wa, not a, e, o, u. Are you clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So thank you for the efforts. In this way, you have to learn. Then only you can teach a child. The learning
Sir,
problems. Tell me,
sir, can you repeat it once more, sir?
what way? What way you want to do?
Sir,
Uh,
A, E.
A, E, means letter A in Malayalam and put the Chandrakala there. That moon shape.
Okay.
So A, E, O, U, I. So these are the vowels to decide on whether a or an is to be chosen. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, the next step, the problems that I'm taking a learning theory that will be taught to you in MPC 3. But here the question is, there is a chapter in MPC 2, the learning theory and the problem of child with regard to understanding. Now, first I'm taking academics. Socials, I'm going to take. So in the academics, the reading and writing problem of the child, it is there. You will be learning dyslexia, dysgraphia, learning disability skills. And these are very simple. If a teacher knows these techniques, it's very easy. Next is how a child will be able to read. A child, when the child is not, see, normally a child will learn by himself or herself, because child will have the skills to do differentiation and consistency, and they will do. There's no problem. But there's a problem with the child not able to follow along with the other students. We call them as learning disability. It is not exactly learning disability and all that. If the teacher has got the skills to do like that, is the learning. So the learning means that you have to facilitate. Learning is a facilitation. So now next question is the consonants. Rest of the other than 6, other than 5, rest are consonants. Now you have to make a child, when a child is not able to read, I told you differentiation and consistency of letters. Not all the letters are having this problem. Two example I said is E and I. There are differentiations that you have to find out. Otherwise, it should be a one-to-one teaching in the or in a board. If I write and explain, it may be possible. Nope, it's your duty how to differentiate. You know the techniques. Now, when a child is not able to read, whenever there is only consonants and vowel in the sense not sound, a, e, not sounds. I'm talking about a, e, o, u, the letter vowels. The other are consonants, 21 consonants and 5 letters. A, e, I, o, u are vowels. For this purpose, to decide on A and only, I wanted you to choose I, A, E, O, U, I. Now, when a child is not able to usually read, I told you the need for consistency and differentiation with single letters. When two letters are coming, example only I can teach, the entire thing, entire text I cannot. EA is coming, EI is there, A is there, E is there, feather, teacher, etc. That differentiation also, it is your duty to differentiate. Now it comes, how usually a child is able to read easily when a child is having some problem. So I'm telling you, when there is only consonant and vowel, there is no problem. The child usually reads it. Why? Because I'll tell you an example. You just, if you got a pen or paper, you just write A-E-I-O-U. Just write A-E-I-O-U. As prefix to A-E-I-O-U, first you, to all the letters, to all the vowels of A-E-I-O-U, prefix you put as B, 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 B 5 times. B, 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 B 5 times. So now you got a sound ba, be, bi, bo, boo. Am I right? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got ba, be, bi, bo, boo. Now you slightly, not cutting, slightly just to draw a line to cut all the B, just one line to cut all the B slightly. The B should be visible, just to cut it. And as a suffix, not as a prefix, as a suffix, you write 5 T's, T, 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 5 T's. Now you got at, yet, it, ought, at. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
See, under surveys, you follow my instruction. You are sitting somewhere, I'm sitting here. So you follow my instruction. So you got 2 types of sounds. Ba, be, bi, babu, bobu. At, it, at, ought. Okay. Ought, at. So these we call it as bits. Actually in English, these are called morphemes. M-O-R-P-H-E-M-E, morpheme. But we call for the convenience as well as to teach a small child. Don't go to jargons. It is better to use simple words to explain to parents. You call it as bits, B-I-T, bit. Ba bit, ba baby, bobu, bit. Then at, yet, it, ought, at are called another bits. Now you can find one more bit in this. That is bat, bet, bit, bot, but. Now you got you got 2 kinds of 2-letter bits, 1 kind 3-letter bit. Are you clear? Clear. Okay. Somebody tell it's clear, no? Somebody give indication.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now please try to understand. When it comes to, when the child is taught in this way, child reads few letters. A child is not able to read, learn. Our purpose is learning. Not able to learn, the child will be start reading all this. Here you have to motivate a child. How to motivate a child? certain words are coming, the child will stammer, the child will not be able to read. These are conditions when two consonants are coming together. Please make it clear. When two consonants are coming together, the child may find it very difficult to understand. The child may stammer. For example, the first three sets of bit we explained are at, yet. So one consonant, first take the first one, ba, baby. One consonant and one vowel. The other one is one consonant and one vowel. When you take the next bit, at, it, one vowel and one consonant. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you are clear about that, there is no issue. That is, adjacent to a consonant, there is a vowel. Adjacent to a vowel, there is a consonant. There is no problem. Either adjacent to a vowel, there is a consonant, or adjacent to a consonant, there is a vowel. No issue for a child. Child will read without any problem, provided you just teach the consistency and differentiation. Enough. But the child will stammer, will find it very difficult to follow when two consonants are coming together. Example, STAT, state. Why? Because both are consonants. S and T are consonants together. Another thing, STR, str. Three consonants are there. These are the condition the child find it difficult. These are very easy for a teacher to teach because only few words would come with that. It is in the school, when a teacher is not able to make the child understand these techniques, the child is desperate. Child is always punished. Why the child is not able to do? The child is not able to do because two consonants or more than two consonants are coming together. Any teacher, are you clear about it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So please try to understand, my dear friends. Actually, I expected all the students to come because this type of is beyond simple academics. That I can simply cover the portion. That is not, that won't be worth. So 2 hours I'm working on this. Now comes 8 learning functions that make learning excellent. This is a portion that you have to study in your syllabus. Attention, language, memory, etc., etc. All these are spread at many places of your material, but I have taken it in a particular way to club everything and teach you. I'll tell you now. What is attention? Attention span, you have got a practical also. If one's mind wanders, what is attention span? If one's mind wanders and it's hard for one to remain interested, and focused. There are things we need to help improve the short attention span. To learn on attention, we need to learn state of consciousness. My dear friends, see, I told you, psychology learning is a holistic effort. It's a holistic effort. When you are able to learn something in one paper, when you are able to learn certain concepts in one paper, in another paper, you have got MPC 21 second year in the counseling, or the counseling and clinical together papers are there, counseling tasks are there. This will help you in doing the counseling. So I'm particularly with a specific purpose only, I've done all the screens. So read it once again. If one's mind wanders and it's hard for one to remain interested and focused, there are things we need to help improve a short attention span, improve the short attention span. To learn on attention, we need to learn state of consciousness. We'll learn what is state of consciousness. Not exactly these are termed in your text, but with a practical mind only I'm doing all this, because when it comes to family life or in a erectile dysfunction, you have to take care when you practice. All these are connected to attention span. So here we are here we are focusing this only to the attention span for the learning purpose in a child, whether it is social skills or academic skills. These are equally important when you practice in the family counseling or their private life, relationship, health. All these are related to this. So this term generally is called transfer of learning. The learning that you made can be transferred to many circumstances. Now, what is attention span technically? Even this is not explained in this same fashion in your text. So as a teacher, it is my duty. No, I'm not able to see your faces because I expanded this. So I'm just asking you to respond because I cannot see your faces. Are you able to see state of consciousness now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you call it as normal state of you have to do like this. We read like this: normal state of consciousness. Normal state of consciousness. When one is fully attentive to what is assigned, he is said to be in the normal state of consciousness. So, what was my task? The first class, the first two sessions, last class, I taught you the learning theories, learning principles, and basics of the development psychology. Now, I'm linking that to a problem solving. So when there's a lack of attention, so normal state of consciousness is affected. Here in this picture, this play is that the stick, you can see a black portion, that using that portion, the disc is to be hit at the black, not in the gray. So forget about display. Forget about display. You just imagine cricket. All of you have noticed or watched cricket, or you know what is happening in cricket. I'm just asking you a question. You answer only at the end of the question. That is, when when a batsman is awaiting for a ball, when a batsman is awaiting for a ball, what is the uh, desire of the batsman?
To
Can you
hit the ball.
it will to get what?
To hit the ball, sir.
And what to get what? One run?
Sixer.
Friends,
Ah,
Sixer.
if not a no ball, 6 or 4. My question is, at that time, will the batsman look at the audience? The audience are so great to him. Who are the promoters of him? Will he look at the audience?
No.
Will he think about his family issues?
No.
no.
Here, that is to make you understand only I'm taking the pain. It's called normal state of consciousness. Now you read, you can understand. When one is fully attentive to what is assigned, is said to be in the normal state of consciousness. This is applicable for anything, any activity, whether it's a criminal offense. What I'm trying to tell is I'm not justifying a criminal offense. Whatever the work he is doing, if he is attending to what is assigned, even a thief, he is assigned a job to rob. So his attention should be on that. So when one is fully attentive to what is assigned, that means even a namaskar or a prayer, you can now understand. See, you have to practice now today onwards. When you start, whether irrespective of the religion, when you start praying, you just imagine when you pray, maybe at the beginning, you may be considering the Lord, all the prayers that you are offering with full attention. Tell me what happens after 2 3 minutes. Your mind might wander to kitchen, to your spouse's life, or what he is doing, or whether when he is expected, or many other things, or the school, the workplaces. Am I right or not? Within the beginning moment, you may be having the full contribution to their attention. What happens when after 1 minute or so? Am I right? You get deviated?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is called alternative state of consciousness. That is called alternative state of consciousness. When one is shifting from what is assigned, he is said to be in the alternative state of consciousness. So this is the case with many people, the grown-up people like you. You just imagine where will be a child in the class. So this teachers must know. So only these two portions I am covering here, because normal state and alternative. There are many other states, but I am due to limitations of the time, everything, I am concentrating on these two things: normal state of consciousness and alternative state of consciousness. That is called the attention. When a person is fully contributing all his effort, energy, senses, everything, is called a normal state of consciousness. Now, what is a solution? Solution with regard to learning only, I'm telling, student learning. Considering that you are the students. Today, today itself you start learning. I will be explaining all the techniques. So you have no right to complain again. It's not. I'm not getting class on proper time. You have to learn yourself. So this is education. We have limitations, but we are giving our best efforts. So even very few students are coming. Maybe students have got engagements. They are not getting leave. Working on a Friday, they cannot take leave. I agree everything, but if you attend at least this, you can learn yourself. For example, you start working. How to work on this? Everything we'll be covering today itself. You start reading. The beginning, okay, with all the energy that you got from the class today, started reading. What happens? The normal state of consciousness is getting affected. You are deviating from what is assigned. What is assignment? To learn verbatim, know the meaning, reproduce, all this. But you are not able to concentrate. That means you are shifting from normal to, tell me,
Alternative.
Alternate.
so now what is the solution? You write down there as far as possible. Just write it. Yes, as far as possible. As far as possible. Try to remain. I'm telling only try to remain. Try to remain in the normal state of consciousness, or short form NSOC. It's called NSOC, normal state of consciousness. Now you know you have shifted to what? Alternative state of consciousness, ASOC. So you understand now. Till yesterday, you didn't understand that problem. Now, today you understood this problem. Yes, sir taught. This is the problem. From norm, I started with a normal state of consciousness, but I deviated to alternative state of consciousness. So, first effort is, as far as possible, try to. I'm only telling try to, because over a single day you cannot achieve that. As far as possible, try to remain in the NSOC, normal state of consciousness. But sure, you have shifted to alternative state of consciousness. You understand this. So I'm telling the next sentence. As fast as, first one, as far as possible. Now the second sentence I'm telling, as fast as possible. As fast as possible, come back to what? Tell me.
Normal state.
Normal state of consciousness.
Thank you, my dear students. You are attending now. So this is called attention. You are to come back to normal state. Can you practice it from today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what are the other conditions of under learning a language? Learning a language. Next condition is, so each condition I'm explaining. One is attention span. Second one is a language. Five conditions are there. Five, not five states are there. No, phoneme, morpheme, syntax, semantics, pragmatics. Let us see this. What is it? Okay, with an example, I am trying to teach you. So any syllable, ma, ka, fa, ta, that's called phoneme. It's called phoneme, sound. When two sounds are coming, we call it as mama, morpheme, mama. So, but like a story, I'm going to teach you. Then you can understand. You are a child. Just imagine that you are children, or you are actually children, small children. A child is calling ma to address whom? Tell me, to address whom you call ma?
Mother.
In any language, it is like this. Ma only. Ma is mother. You a child normally call mama to to call the attention of the mother. Amma, 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 like this, mama. So you continuously calling mama means you want to get the immediate attention. You want to get the immediate attention of what? The mother. It's called morpheme. Now, the child is telling mother, ma tea or ma coffee. What does it mean?
The child's need.
Childs need a cup of tea or cup of coffee. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
This is called syntax. That means like in computer, the computer is very common. All of you have even your notepad is a computer work. So syntax. Qt, go or function keys are called syntaxes. The computer knows by typing something. Qt, save, like that. These are all called syntaxes. Now are you clear? Phoneme, morpheme, and syntax. I'm sure you are clear. Now, next I'm telling semantics. Ma, give me tea. So the child here is telling the same thing, ma tea. The child is now using little grammar also. Ma, give me tea. Here also, 8 part of the sentence like adjective, adverb, noun, all these are not there. But the child is using little grammar. That is called semantics. Meaningfully, the child is clearly telling, ma, give me tea. It's called the semantics. Now, your task is after learning all this. So today onwards, you will be able to assess and assimilate the chapters of your different 6 papers. Ma, could you please serve me a cup of tea? It's called pragmatics. That means to put you. I'm not using Malayalam, but to make you understand in a better way, it's called auchityam. So the appropriate use of a context, appropriate use of context, which though we are not used to it, though we are all educated, we are not used to do this. For example, when you call an office, you want your friend, whether that person is there or not. That much only you are talking. I will explain to you again. You are talking to an office. You got a friend there. You simply dial the common number in the office. You just call the person picks up a phone. You tell that person is there or not. John is there. That much only you are telling. That is not the pragmatics. You have to tell. So I'm so and so. Please help me to get that person. That we won't practice. That practice is called pragmatics. Now, five sets. Ma, morpheme, just a sound. Here also the mother understand. The child is calling the mother. Ma means morpheme. To get attention, the child is using same phoneme. Ma tea means a very clear syntax. Ma give me tea means semantics. Ma, could you please serve me a cup of tea is the pragmatics. Now you tell me, when it comes to statistics, at least few of the students are have got some fear or not? Tell me.
Yes.
Worried. That means maybe that you have not come to the level of syntax even. There are mathematics teachers in this class. Just respond, or conversant with the statistics. Will you have any trouble, any worry about the statistics?
No.
Anybody? Tell me a big no.
No, no.
No, no. Why? Because that person, with regard to the subject statistics, that person is in pragmatics. Now, are you clear? Clear?
Yes. Sir, last one is not clear for me, sir. Pragmatics is not clear.
Okay, okay. Now I'll explain. So ma simple is for name calling mother. To get the attention of the mother, you are calling mama. That's for fame. Ma tea means syntax. The mother, the child is now conveying the child want tea. Ma give me tea. The child is clearly telling with grammar semantics. So that much you know. So if you are in semantics at least with regard to statistics, you will not have any trouble. You can further learn. But if you have not reached till semantics, the child you will have a worry. If you are not even in syntax, what will happen? You are much worried. For example, uh, the mean mode, mean medium mode together, what are they?
Average total divided by number.
Right. Simple average. Suppose a person is not even even from 10th standard you have studied, but it is not clicked. It is not clear. That means you are not in even in syntax. So such people are having the worry. So now, Mark, could you please serve me a cup of tea? Means the pragmatics. A person is well conversant. For example, Shashi Tharoor, when he deals with the English, internationally, when he goes to many platforms, he is in the pragmatics. Now, are you clear? Apart
Yes,
from
sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
now, my dear students, this is, if this is your task to learn statistics. So that's from my 16 years experience with IGNO alone. Forget about the other teaching within IGNO. So I'm telling that unless otherwise you reach to at least semantics, you will find it difficult to follow. You will have tension. So if you know this, while teaching your child, even if you are not a teacher, while dealing with a student with regard to learning, you must be able to understand whether the child has reached at least to syntax or semantics. When the child is in the pragmatics, the child's learning is very easy. So simple, my dear friends. That is why we teach you the terminology. We teach you the terminology exclusively to apply it to many other area of psychology. Okay. Now, just want to see your faces for some more time. So, my dear friends, up to here, you are very clear. I'm just asking you the next one. Did you go through your book on memory? Chapter on memory? It is there in.
Sir, book.
Did you read some portion? It is there in MPC 2 as well as in MPC 1, cognitive psychology.
Sir, not received the book, sir.
That is my dear friend. I am just, though I am not expected to tell this, see, always try to understand that you can definitely take a photocopy of this and keep it in your house or something. That is the best method of learning. That is when you get the other one, you can keep one copy in your office or in the car and do it like this. I'm not expected to tell this. Still, I'm telling because of the time limitation. Please try to solve the problem. In psychology, it must be like this. You should always try to solve the problem. So finding an excuse, I'm not I'm not supposed to talk in this platform. Still, I'm telling for the benefit of you, better you take a copy now, or even soft copy. It is available. You should have read it at least. So memory
Sir,
means
the PDF is available, sir.
that is enough. You can read in that. No. So that is, it's very open. You can take all this data through read in the mobile and read whenever time is there. Okay, it is not in the purview of talking to you now in this platform. So I'm telling, better you take a copy or try to read from the soft copy. Okay, fine. Now, memory is a condition called encoding, storing, and retrieving. Encoding, storing, and retrieving. See, this is clearly see, we are talking about what is our topic? Our topic is learning in the life. So when it applied to a child in academics, that's what I'm telling. So it is social skills also the same thing comes. Social skills learning is also same thing. So first I'm talking about the academics. Social skills learning everything. After 2 hours, we'll be taking this. After 1 hour, by 4 o'clock, I'll be covering the Erickson's theory. At that time, you will come to know the importance of all this language, meaning, everything. Now, memory means encoding, storing, and retrieving. So I'm going to this portion. So with an example, I'm trying to explain to you this. So it's like a story. Everything I wish to teach you like a story because it will go to your memory. A 72-year-old politician, close to you, hear me, you can say close to you, unable to memorize his new phone number, he is showing a piece of paper with his number to members of family gathering to save it in their phone. It's a condition that, see, why you should be very clear. Why sir is talking about taking some other portions of MPC 1 here. See, psychology study is inclusive. It is applicable to all papers. So it should be taken holistically, because when you come to childhood learning or learning problem of a child, you cannot expect IGNO to explain everything again from MPC 1. So you are supposed to study MPC 1 also. So now you understand, when you start practicing, many parents will be bringing children telling that my child is not able to read well. So how to read well? I taught you in detail. You have to practice. Studying academics alone is not enough. So you'll be doing the practicals. You'll be doing taking up internship. At that time, it is your duty to practice. Now, uh, with regard to childhood learning, I'm connecting the portion of MPC 1 to make you understand, when the children are coming, children are brought by parents to you, how to deal the situation, how to make the child understand. Many people would say, even you students, my dear friends, you might say, I do not have enough memory. That is wrong. That is something I'm going to prove. The same way, it is your duty to teach and prove to your clients and make the person understand what is memory and all that. So I'm telling with an example. A 72-year politician, close to you, unable to memorize the his new phone number or her new phone number. He's showing a piece of paper. You just imagine a gathering. A person is showing 72-year politician. 72-year politician. It's all, whatever I talk has got that much relevance. Then only can, why I am telling 72-year, what is the politician, all this, you will understand only if you listen to this. Piece of is in a gathering, he is showing a piece of paper to all the people sitting in the gathering and asking them to note down his new number, as he is not able to memorize and tell the number because he's 72 years. Here, 72-year politician, all these are equally important, as memory traces always have a base. Best example I'm telling you, there are MSc teachers also in this class, maybe. So there could be a Malayalam teacher also in this class, or a BSc mathematics teacher in this class. BA Malayalam teacher is in this class. Can a BA Malayalam teacher directly study MSc mathematics? No. Why? Because base is not there. Likewise, to know the base and memory and know the concepts of memory, you should know the base of the person. Then only it can be memorized. So to help him, I took only 1 minute. But to explain it theoretically, I'm taking some 15-20 minutes. Okay. Now to explain it in theoretically, I'm taking few minutes. I took that piece of paper with me, asked him whether he remembers my number. Whether he remembers my number. My number, as I told you last class, 9447305637. Same thing. So he said, imagine a person in a gathering, a person is telling the gathered members to note down his number as he is not able to memorize. So to solve his problem, I am asking him whether he remembers my number. This you can also note down. You can come to my WhatsApp and ask any doubt, I can help you. So my number is anytime 9447305637. So he said he very well remember my number. Yes. Sir, this is your phone number 9447305637. It's by heart to me because I used to call you every time. I told him to detect value from my code. All of you know 10 number mobile phone number. First four are codes. You know 9447 is BSNL. 9446 is also BSNL. So told him to detect one from my code 9447. So now he got what? 9446. Now please to understand why it is done like this. 9447305637 is my number. So I'm asking, he knows my number. First four numbers are code, that also he knows. That's why to solve his problem, I took only 1 minute. To solve the problem, to explain it theoretically, I'm taking time. So I asked him to detect one. He got 9446 naturally. Then comes my question was, what is the age for franchise? FRANCHISC franchise. Can any one of you tell what is the meaning of franchise? Any one of my students? You are not getting. Okay. Now, I am asking another question. So when I am asking what is the age for franchise, when I am asking what is the age for franchise, you are not able to. Now, I am asking you the same question with a different word. What is the age for voting in India?
18.
18. Now, my question is very clear, my dear friends. Why you did not get an, you knew the answer. Please try to understand this particular thing. That is, you knew the answer, but when I asked you what is the age for us, our voting, nobody could answer. But what is the age for franchise? Nobody could answer. Now, when I asked you what is the age for voting, all of you could answer. What is the reason? Tell me.
We didn't get the meaning.
You didn't get the meaning of franchise. Am I right? Because based on a theory, I'm taking the practical. That is the difference. So, why? The question is very big. Why? You take the any syllabus, you take any syllabus, Kerala syllabus, CBSE, ICSE, anything. From 6th standard onwards, all of you have come across with this word. Now you will remember and appreciate me. Why? Because universal adult franchise. Are you not familiar? From 6th standard, you take the text of today also. 6th standard to 9th standard or 10th standard, 6th standard to 10th standard. Have you not come across universal adult franchise?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is universal adult franchise? Universal Sarvadeshiya. All over the world, India. Adult Prayapurti. Universal adult franchise. When a person is getting adult, all India, 18 is the. So what happened? Question is very simple. You didn't understand exactly the meaning of that when you studied from 6th standard to 9th standard or 10th standard, almost 5 years. You please try to understand. A single word meaning is very, very important in memorizing, or without understanding the meaning, you cannot memorize. So, in your studies in psychology, that's why with this class, you are trapped. You have no right to say why you are not able to catch. You have to catch the meaning, the concept, etc. So, 9447, reducing the code was the requirement. Next one is asked him. Now, reading from the first top, told him to detect one value from my code 9447. So, you got, now he got 9446. This is very clear now. Asked him what is age for franchise. So, this I've proved. So, next one was 9446, 18. Then I asked him, that is what important. I told you to memorize. I told you here 17-year politician, everything is very important. So he is 72-year, is a politician. So based on that, I asked him, that's why to solve the problem took only 1 minute, whereas uh, to teach the theoretical part, I'm taking time. So next was, I asked him, what would be the jubilee you would see next? You know, jubilee, 25, 50, 60, 75, 100. So he immediately said 75 because his age was 72. He's a politician, he know all these things. So it's based on, because there's no meaning in teaching an agrarian, agricultural person MBBS topic because he cannot grasp. So its base is very important in memorizing. That is why one student with a mathematic background very easily said in this session, no issue for statistics. I will do. I'll score 100 marks in it. No issue. But a person with Malayalam or some other subjects not familiar with statistics has got a fear because do not have the base. So base is very important. Knowing the meaning is very important. So he answered 75. So his number was 10, 4, 4, 6, 18, 75. These were his very next numbers. Completing by asking the age of his wife, which was 66. So now this was the summary. He was willing to rehearse. Deduct 1, then 9446, attach 18, 9446, 18, attach 75, 9446, 18, 75, then wife's age 66. So it's called numbered, remembered the number 9446, 18, 75, 66. So that is why in many of the American numbers and all the 12, 14 numbers are there, chunking is done for this purpose. Hope you are clear. So he thanked me over phone after 2 hours. He said he encoded the number. He repeated to me the exercises. Encoding, storing, and retrieving. So memory means encoding, storing, and retrieving. When a child is brought to you, please try to understand. Unless otherwise you know the theory and the practical methods, you cannot solve the problem. The parents may say, took in the first class the developmental theory. Those who attended now very well remember. Many parents may come and tell the in utero life and ex utero life I taught you. A preterm baby, the parents may complain that the child is preterm, that is why the memory is not there. We proved even after 6 months, no, before 7 months, the brain development is complete. No issue, the child will have the complete memory as if the child is born after 10 months. There is no issue. I explained to you in detail. So, unless otherwise you are clear, you will also join with the parent and say, yes, maybe it could be due to the preterm baby child is not having. You are again reinforcing the parents and child that child cannot have memory. That is wrong. So encoding, storing, and retrieving is very, very important. So you will be learning a similar but different method of. Hope you are able to. I am not able to see the face because your faces because I'm exposing the full screen. Are you able to see and listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Now, you will be learning a different practical in the first year about memory and all that. Memory, please mute. Memory and all that. I am teaching a practical way of another thing. So please mute. Somebody, please mute. Please mute. Please mute. Okay, thank you. Now, I'm just giving a simple exercise. I'm just exposing three letter each. I'm just exposing A to Z, three letter each from the A to Z alphabet. Some teachers might use alphabets. That is wrong. Alphabet is plural. Letters in alphabet. Letters are plural. Letters in alphabet is a full alphabet. Akshara mala. So it is alphabet. The letters of alphabet I'm just exposing. You can use any order. For example, it is 10, 1 to 10, 5 this side, 5 that side. I'm asking only one person to answer. Anybody, one person may answer. Take it as a statistical value applicable to all. So I expect the same student to answer every time. There are three steps. Then you will be very clear. Just let me go through this thing. 1 second. Okay. So these are the letters. These letters, my dear friends, you have to do in such a way that 1 to 10. The first one you can tell last. The last one you can speak first, or the fifth one last, fifth one first. Any order, no issue. Any order, no issue. All of you practice. Only one person has to answer. It's a little time consuming, but with today's class, before 4 o'clock, I'll be covering all the learning techniques necessary for a student to memorize and reproduce. This is a portion you have to study, but little bit only is given given in the your book. As a teacher, it is my responsibility to teach you the full exercise. That's why I'm taking the pain and strain. I'm doing it. Please try to understand. Please cooperate with me. Somebody has to answer. For example, XYZ, you have to say XYZ. ABC, you have to say ABC. You cannot, there could be mistake. Don't worry. No tension. No, nobody shall note down it. So why? Because it's from memory, you have to tell. So anybody, or I'll be asking somebody or X or Y, you have to simply try to answer any order you can. So I'm exposing it for a few seconds. Please never write down because you are cheating yourself. Our purpose is to teach you a lesson. I'm exposing. Your time starts now. After some time, it will be vanished. At that time, you have to tell. Can anybody tell? It's just ABCD only. Tell me, anybody. Nobody is talking anything. Anybody, please help me. We want to learn something, a theory, practical side of a theory. Nobody is telling?
I remember MN now.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Your good name?
Amar.
Amar, see, please take it as a time pass experiment because you have to study it in detail. Because that much time I can, because that experiment will take 2 hours. So I'm taking only few minutes. So MNO you remember. Fine. Amar, I'm exposing another set. Am I exposing another set to all of you? Only Amar has to tell. But see that you are not writing it down. So I'm exposing it now. Any order you can say, any order. First, 10th to first, 5th to third and all that. Amar, just to tell me.
Yeah, first read telephone.
Any order you can say.
Yeah. Table,
Okay.
chapter,
Okay, fine. Table chapter. So 4 you got.
then assembly,
Okay, 5 you got.
a
Enough.
toilet. Yeah.
Okay, very good. 6 you got. Now tell me, you do just imagine few letters. It must be the almost the same. Maybe inside Amar, when Amar said only MNO, any other students would have remembered 2 or 3. Anybody who remembered all the 10 in this? Anybody? I think no. Nobody.
No.
No. So just to take it as a time pass, but a science. A child who might come to you saying that they do not have enough memory, the solution we are telling, expose this kind of a screen and ask the child, even a parent, to do this. Like Amar, that person might get only 1 or 2, even the 3 letter which you studied from LKG. Suppose the average age, from my experience, the average of age of the 30 students in this class is 30 years or 35 years. For the last 30 years, you are studying, you are reading all these 26 letters. But you could memorize only 1 or 2. It is only 3-letter uniform. The entire it's a practical side. You have got a practical for examination. That is principle is the same, but the approach is different. Now, this is always more than 3. This is more than 3, up to 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. But Amar could remember 6. Can you tell Amar the reason?
Yeah, the words are much more meaningful.
Not so much more meaningful. The other one is meaningless.
Yeah.
Now you would have received your answer when I asked what is the age for franchise. Nobody could answer because though you studied from 6th standard to 10th standard, universal adult franchise, you didn't get the meaning at the time, or it is not properly encoded. As I told you, the memory means encoding, storing, retrieving. Since you could not encode with the meaning, you could not store it, you are not able to memorize it. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, so fantastic learning you are doing. That's why you will be trapped by end of this class. You will have no excuse to say that I am not able to study. You must study yourself. You are PG students. Now, I am exposing one more set. That is same. Amar has to answer. Never write down. The principle, the rule is slightly different. Rule is slightly different. Here, that will be colored. Just I will expose once. This way. I will give you one more time. It's just to show you what it is. So it's a paired and these are paired and colored. Paired and colored. You have to tell, you can tell any pair. The last pair first pair last, in between pair first or last, in any order. But
Hospital
pair,
doctor.
tell me.
Hospital doctor.
Don't tell. I didn't ask you to say. See, I'll be asking Mamar only. I told you. See, the same person I'll be taking. No problem. So, we can tell first as first. But you have to tell pair as a pair only. You have to tell always any pair you can tell. You have to tell all the pair. I'll be exposing now. Now only I'm going to expose. After exposing, it will vanish. At that time, Amar has to tell. Your time starts now. Can you tell Amar?
Yeah, hospital, doctor, black, white, sky, moon, then teacher, and
Teacher works
something.
where? Teacher works where?
Cool.
So, okay.
Then one more thing is missing.
Okay, enough. Actually, though 12, all are 10. See, all are 10. All are 10 only. This is also 10. So for convenience only, I just filled 6. 5 is enough. So 5 pair means 10. See, now Amar, tell me, you, all the students, I'll come back to this. I just want to see your faces now. My dear students, my dear friends, you just tell me now. I'm very happy at least 23 students are still here. Maybe because of very limited, I also studied when while working. Only we all study. I know the limitations. So I don't blame any student who's not coming to the class because university is giving as a part of your curriculum. It's up to you to you make use of it. Please try to understand. At least these 23 students are available here. What do you say? This particular knowledge alone. Amar, you just tell me, you just imagine, all as witnessed by all other students in this class. Please try to understand. Uh, Amar, you may brief. What happened? Just the three letter, you could reproduce only one, or in the group maximum 2 or 3. For in your case, you could memorize only one. Just 3 letter. But when your practical is different, all are 5 sets. Two portions are there. This association is not there. That pairing is not there. Memory drum test is there, where you will be taught, you will be experimenting 5 letter meaningful, 5 letter meaningless. But that is a lab test. This is a practice. I told you. I taught in the first 2 classes the theory. I applied that with your portion in child learning and or learning disability issue. I did a practical session for you because I want you to practice. Now, Amar, what you experienced, just 3 letters which you studied from LKG. What is your age now?
27.
27. That means for at least for the last 25 years, you are familiar with the letters, but you could reproduce only one, just 3 letters. It was having no meaning. But when it was more than 3 always, and maximum 9 letters, telephone, you could reproduce 6. But when it came to paired associated words, you could reproduce all. Am I right or not?
Yeah, I could not reproduce all, but mostly.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could reproduce what I wanted you to do only 10 only. 5
Yeah.
pair.
Okay. Hmm.
5 pair only. 5 pair only I'm expecting. So which you did. Because
Yeah.
all are 10, I told you, all are 10. So you could reproduce all. What does it mean? What is memory? Encoding, storing, retrieving. How it is possible? If you know the meaning, it is better. If you can relate, it is still better. Is the group clear? Anybody else from the group can respond? Other than Amar?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
It is very clear. So
Yes, sir.
now you have no right to say that you don't have memory. The reason I have explained well. So the same thing you can apply in your practice. You can start working with your own children, or if you're teachers, you can work with your children in the school. Right?
Sir.
Okay. Now tell me. Any doubts? You can ask. No issues. Now, let us come to some other explanations. So it's very clear, this thing. May not be able to cover everything within another 25 minutes, but I will try. 8 learning functions according to your syllabus. You have to learn 8 learning functions that make learning excellent. Now we covered that much portion. You are very clear to make a person understand how to deal with the students who are not able to read properly, the consonant vowel, the bits, all this we explained well. We also taught you what is the importance of attention. Without attention, the family life also gets suffered, not only learning. So everything you agree with me. Now we taught you what is memory, what is the importance of understanding the meaning and concepts. Now the next thing is that mm, there many types of learning are there. What is the importance of ordering? Various types of ordering are there. So temporal sequential. So what is temporal sequential? It's about recognizing sequences and understanding the concept of time. For example, being able to do things in the right order is essential requirement at school. Development nations collaborating learning versus third world nation like India. Please try to understand. It's a vast topic. So within limited time, I just want to mention the temporal sequential ordering. The first paper, cognitive psychology, you will come to know the temporal word and all that, spatial word. At that time, you can connect to brain. Now, that is not my task. I'm just explaining you. Our learning and developed nations learning. Now, those smart classes are there in the schools. It is not fully applied. Once in a while, one class is taken, maybe once in 6 months or once in a year only. That much smart classrooms are there. That is why many people hate history and all that. But if you have got a collaborative learning, that means the student is also involved in the teaching activity. That is why even small children in good schools are becoming teachers. So the collaborative learning with visual aid. For example, you are asked to study about Africa. It's quite boring for the students. But if you are using modern, including artificial intelligence, though it's on the way, where suppose 15 students are going for a tour, you are every student photo will also come into screen. You are traveling, you are enjoying, so you learn. That is why this type of temporal sequential ordering in any mathematics or anything is a must. Mathematics is also a must. Temporal sequential ordering, memory concepts, everything. I'm just telling for an example. Don't write down. Don't write down. Don't use your calculator. Don't use your calculator. So the temporal sequential ordering memorizing is a very, very important thing. Step by step learning, blended learning, collaborative learning. Blended learning means students are also asked, because when offline classes are there, I used to tell my students, you prepare a portion and come and take the class. So this is the way. All this cooperative learning, this is a very, very important thing. Temporal sequential learning, brain understands in a better way. Now, I'm just telling you an example. Yeah, you don't write down or write down only the number. Don't try use any calculator. So 91854. 91854. Don't use calculator. Don't tell the result. 91854 divided by 9. 91854. 91854 divided by 9. Don't tell the answer. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute time. Don't use calculator. Don't cheat yourself. 91854. Now, how many of you got 126? Okay, one student got. Okay, two students. Okay, fine. I understand. Major students would have got 126. How many of you got 1206? How many of you got 1026? Okay. Anyone got 10206?
Me.
Okay.
Yes, I got.
Okay. Of course, the majority of the students, I'm not blaming. So my dear students, what is our purpose? You have taken up a very good, beautiful subject, psychology. So unless if you study simply theory, today's class is dedicated with the practical. And today's one class only. The next class I'll be going back to theory. Why I am going to the practical side of this is that unless there is you apply the practical portion, the theoretical portion to practice, what is the use? So most of you got a wrong answer. Why? It is again a portion of 6th standard or 7th standard, maybe 5th or 6th standard. What happened? All of you know the answer. Now what happened? The same sequential ordering that you forgot. That means now all of you will get the correct answer. That is simple is the reason. You studied in the 5th standard or 6th standard or 7th standard at least. Whenever borrow, add a 0. Whenever borrow, add a 0. In 91854 divided by 9. 9, the first time 9 will go to 9, you get 1. What is the condition? When you borrow, add a 0. 91854. 1, 91854. This, what will happen? The 9 won't go to 1. So you borrow from 8. So you have to add a 0. That's why 1 0. Then 2, 18 divided by 9, 2. 5, 9 won't go in 5. So borrowing from 4, you add a 0. 54, 6. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
So simple. So thank you. Thank you for your appreciation. Please try to understand. This way, you have to start reading and learning your psychology from today onwards. Are you clear? So spatial ordering, then just read. I will not have time. Organization structure, right, left, vice versa, top to bottom, etc. Small children have to be taught like this. So it will come. It will come. I'm just mentioning this. I will be explaining it more with Piaget's theory. So neuromotor function. So use different instruments and techniques to understand development disorders. This is very important. Neuropsychology, etc. There are many courses that you can take up after that because many clinical psychology departments require your service. But you have to study more. So social cognition. Social cognition is very, very important that you will study in MPC 1 as well as MPC 4. Social psychology, cognition is taking place. Higher order cognition, solve the problem solving. You will learn. I myself with a pendulum problem and all that. I will come to that. Now, my dear friends, I am coming to the last portion of two more things are there. Okay. I will tell. So with the learning that you understood, how many words a child of 4th standard need? Because till 3rd standard, parents and teachers may not consider a big problem, a learning problem in a child. The 4th standard it comes. How many words a child has to study is a very, very important thing. In a 1st standard child, maybe 50 words. Excepting preposition, what, when, article, and or the. We studied the. I didn't discuss because to teach you the use of function of the alone, you don't mistake me. One class may not be sufficient because that much work is involved in this. Maybe you think that's the, If I got enough time in any other class, I will come to that. A and we discussed. It's very tough. It's not that easy. We'll take it. I'll try to adjust my time, and I'll tell you how they can be properly used. So you just tell me what is preposition? Anybody? Because you're all postgraduate students. I'm just asking you what is preposition. Nobody is answering. I'm just asking a simple word. What is preposition? Nobody is answering. Many teachers are here in this class. No one is answering. What is preposition?
Under, above.
My dear, your name is Vandana, no? See, what you said is correct. But these are examples of preposition. This is the most important thing throughout psychology, throughout teaching, throughout taking up the learning issues of the children. What we learned just 10 minutes before, without knowing the meaning, you cannot do anything. That is proved here again. I'm asking you, what is your age?
38, sir.
Did you study plus 2 or pre-degree?
+2.
Plus 2. At least you knew that before plus 2 it was pre-degree.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of pre-degree? What is the meaning of pre-degree? Pre-degree.
Before degree, sir.
Exactly. Before degree. If pre-degree is before degree, it is not preposition, it is preposition. That means to make a sentence meaningful, you have to add something pre to that. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just showing the best example. See, for example, please think that it's a glass. Glass. I'm putting a pen inside the glass. So pen is in the glass. I'm putting a pen like this. So pen is on the glass. So this is preposition. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
That is why we are reinforcing in this class that without understanding the meaning, nobody can grasp anything. So preposition, what, when, etc., article, etc. Even a child of 4th standard has to study only some 200 words. That is enough. So it's very easy for you to you just recollect the differentiation, consistency, wording, etc. From 1st standard onwards. The teacher can solve the problem. The problem is solved then and there, no learning issue. And what is the next step? See, here you say apple, red I have marked. Apple, Bible, cradle. So DLE, PLE, bill, full, all these things is very easy. So till is said, I have done it. I think with the permission of Igno only I can share because Igno is recording everything. You can definitely contact me in my number. I have already exposed it. I can help any student because learning is the most important thing. So here, this bill, gill, all these things, this way you can teach the child. Then comes, see, BLEED, bleed. Whereas BLESH, bleach. E sound is coming. Also E is coming like feather teacher. BLINK, blink. Whereas BLIND, blind. All this differentiation when you make, a child will be very clear. So again, I have mentioned whatever I mentioned earlier, I'm repeating again. The last one, near, EI is coming, feather, A is coming, teacher, E is coming. All these methods, if you apply, no issue, a child of UKG can be made perfectly all right. There won't be any learning issues. The problem is that when a child is having a problem, don't nurture the problem, but solve it. Now, the last technique I am going to work with you. Now, what you studied, what you studied is that this I told you the ST, STR, when two consonants are coming together, three consonants are coming together, all this right from alphabet, letters, vowels, consonants, the consonant together, everything we studied, whatever required for you to deal with a child learning or to learn yourself in your academics. See, the last step I am teaching you is the SQ4R, or you can read it as SQ4R. I'm just correcting it as SQ4R. Even SQ5R is there, SQ4R 4R is enough. So I'm just that is rehearse. So, is it visible to you, SQ4R explanation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm just talking, just 5 sentences. Just 5 sentences I'm talking. I'm going to talk about cancer. Cancer is a deadly disease. 1 out of 50,000 people are suffering from cancer. Government is spending $4.5 billion for the treatment. Society should be kind enough to the ailing people. Vandana, can you just reproduce what I said?
Sir, I didn't get you, sir.
Okay. Srija, I talked to you about 5 sentences. Can Srija reproduce it?
Sir, I can try.
Please.
Society is suffering with cancer. Government is spending $4.5 billion on treatment, and society can also
Okay.
play their role.
Okay. Thank you for the effort. But if you use this method of SQ4R, that means first is survey. I was talking about what subject? I was talking about what subject?
Cancer.
Answer. So that is a survey. Vandana, this is a survey. I was talking about, so you need to take a portion, cognition or memory, learning or social attitude, whatever. When you take, you should understand, you make a survey first. You just turn the chapter, one chapter only, turn, see the subheads, you get an idea. This is the subject. So that is survey. Then next is ask question while reading. So third one, first is survey, second is question, third read, next one is recite. So third one, while reading, ask question. So I'm telling this purpose. This things I think I'm going to tell you. That is, I was talking about what subject? You said it is cancer. What is the person? What is the percentage of population suffering from 1 out of 50,000? How much money the government is spending? That the girl said, Srija said, $4.5 billion. How the society should behave to the ailing people? It was kind enough. So, if I repeat, you will appreciate me. I'm repeating that portion now. Remember SQ4R. S means surveying. Second is while reading, ask question. Q means question. While reading, ask question. Fourth R is reciting in a paragraph. So I'm just telling only one paragraph. I'm repeating that paragraph again. That is what
Recite, sir.
okay. I'm going to talk about cancer. Cancer is a deadly disease. 1 out of 50,000 people are suffering from cancer. Government is spending $4.5 billion. Society should be kind enough to the ailing people. Now the question is very clear. Now all of you can understand. I was talking about what subject? Tell me.
Cancer.
Cancer. What type of disease is cancer?
Deadly disease.
Deadly disease. What is the percentage of population suffering from?
1 out of 50,000.
How much money the government is spending?
$4.5
billion. How the society should behave to the ailing people?
kind.
Kind enough.
Kind.
Now you got all the 5 questions and 5 answers. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Okay. Then today onwards, what you have to do? Very simple. You today itself, you take a diary of this year, 2025. Forget about whether it is gone June, July, where you have to sacrifice all the 5 months or 6 months, or why should I spend 50 rupees for this? If you have got a diary with you, better. Or you buy a diary, spend some money. It's better. Why I'm asking diary is that tomorrow means 12th. Today is 11th, no? Tomorrow is 12th. Today night you decide. You write down in a piece of paper. Copy that to your diary. Okay? I expect you to be with the paper and pen. Just write SR. SRNO. SRNO means serial number. SRNO, serial number. Just to draw a line. So you got a column, serial number. One column you got for serial number. Second one, subject. Top you write serial number, draw a line, you got a column, then you write subject. Draw a line. So you got second column. You write topic. So subject, then comes topic. Third column, you draw a line. Then you write BB. BB means before bed. You can write upright also. And the full BB is short, before bed. Draw a line. Then do NDM, next day morning. NDM means next day morning. You may be employed, you may be a family person. I agree everything. There is no teacher to follow up whether you have, like in regular college, whether you did your homework, how much you completed, you have to come and do a presentation. Nobody is there to ask you. It's a distance learning. So how you can become your own teacher using this beautiful method of SK4R. What you have to do is that you today before you go to bed, tomorrow's date, that is 12 July 2025. You are drawing this today night. That is serial number, subject, topic, before bed, next day morning. You take decision. Your serial number means 1 to 6. MPC 1 to MPC 6. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Then again subject, you can write MPC 1 to MPC 6. You write the third column, topic. You decide the topic. Memory, attention, whatever. You decide. No teacher to follow. You decide. You write. Next day, tomorrow morning or evening or during office time, lunch time, tea break, you have to study the earmarked portion. If it's 1 page, 1 chapter, fine. 1 page, 1 chapter, more than enough. As you like. If you have got a housewife, you have got time, you do. Or even the house office also, 1 hour you can spend. No issues. Go wake up in the early morning, stay at night. You have to do whatever way before bed. How you have to do? You have earmarked 1 page or 2 page in each chapter, including statistics, all 6. If you studied, what way? What we have studied today? What we studied today is learn only with the meaning that we studied and proved. SQ4R method means while reading, ask question. If you did not understand the concept, look at the dictionary,
Repeat them.
or you can go for ChatGPT. You can study in any way you want. You make understand before bed. But you will notice that maybe social psychology, research methodology, statistics, you could not complete. Now you go to bed. When you go to bed, you are very clear that earmarked portion by yourself. You can also ask your spouse or children to know to monitor this, whether you are doing it or not. So when you go to bed, you are very clear that you didn't learn your own earmarked portion of statistics or research methodology or anything, general psychology or cognitive psychology. So wake up early, next day before NDM, Next day morning, before you go to your office or whatever, you complete it. If you do, I'm asking you sincerely, time is over. I'm asking you sincerely. So still recording is going on fine. I'm just asking you. Thank you. So I'm asking you, if you do that for 1 week, when you turn your diary, will you be confident or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you for your appreciation. I'm seeing all this. This way, this is the practical way of learning. Likewise, social skills, everything, nurturing, parents' duty, teachers' duty, society's duty. So please, my dear friends, practice this. Then you will not have any stress and tension on the day of examination. So thank you. I'm leaving. We will see you at 4 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
5 o'clock. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.